Lincoln City welcome Solihull Moors to Moorlands this afternoon for a game that will keep everyone on their toes. The teams have met several times before in tight affairs and easy games. So what will this afternoon bring? The last duel between Moors and the Imps was last December, when a 3-1 win saw us progress in the FA Cup. A brace from Tony McHamilton and a goal from Amy Blinkhorn gave us the edge on the day. Moors will be looking for revenge as we knocked them out of the FA Cup in a meeting the season before. That was a much more convincing win, beating them 7-0. The week before, when the teams met in the league, the Imps won 4-1 in the pouring rain. Let's take a look at a few of the goals from the last few meetings between Solihull Moors and Lincoln City women. Despite previous results against the Imps, Solihull Moors have had a strong start to the season. On their opening day, they beat Leek Town 8-0 to see themselves soar to the top of the table. Today will prove an entirely different challenge for both teams, and this is what manager Lee Mitchell thought of today's affair. So Lee, thank you very much for your time. How are you feeling going into this game against Solihull Moors?
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. I think based on the last performance, the players are just looking forward to that now. Obviously, we've played Sunday and then the Wednesday, and now we're looking forward to the next Sunday and coming off the back of a good win. We want to keep that going. So yeah, everyone's looking forward to it.
Yeah, so you said about the win midweek then against Doncaster Bells. How was that game then? And what have you learned sort of, going into this game, having, one game after another from Sunday to Wednesday? How have you coped and what have you learned?
Well, we had a full squad available on Wednesday. So we had all 16 players, which was good. And all 16 went on. So we felt it was a really good squad performance. We just figured we're going to focus on ourselves. I mean, that's what we did going into Doncaster. We tried not to make it any bigger than what it was. And we just focused on what we've been training, the way we play, and trying to get the best out of our players. And to be fair to the players, every single player that was on that pitch that night really brought it to the game. And it's great because it's been coming a long time, but the goals haven't quite been going our way. Like, we've been missing plenty of chances. We're creating them, but everything just started to click against Doncaster. And I think now we've kind of got that game under a belt. I think that will just push us on now, which is what we're excited about.
Yeah, and you talk about that game against Doncaster, and also the game before that, obviously, was Leek Town, a very physical affair.
Yeah.
Both games initially didn't really go the way that Lincoln wanted. So is that something that you're going to work on going into this game against Solihull?
Yeah, we've addressed that in with it amongst the staff and what we think that is and what we need to change. So there'll be some tweaks made to this incoming game really against Solihull to make sure that we start quickly and we improve on that. To be fair, I think the one positive that comes out of it is if we have a slow start and we go behind, the players show great character and don't even waver. So we went behind twice against Doncaster. And you wouldn't have known it the way the players were, the body language, everything. It was like, let's just get on with it. We'll score again. Let's just keep going and doing what we're doing. And the staff on the sidelines, we never felt we was going to lose that game. We had that feeling against Leek, and obviously we did lose that game. But we're always confident in our players. They work hard in training, and we know if they bring it on the game, we'll be okay.
And you mentioned there again about the lack of chances that you scored in the last sort of few games. You said you've had loads of chances, but you've been struggling to put them away. Obviously, you scored 5 against Doncaster in midweek. Do you think that the curse of missing the net is long behind us now?
I think we'd have a bigger problem if we weren't creating chances, first and foremost. And we do create a lot in the attacking third. And so when you create that many, eventually something's going to give and you're going to start hitting the back of the net. And one thing, we got goals on, I think it was on against Doncaster, the goals came from multiple players, and that's something we're known for. We don't have one player that just scores every single goal. Everybody has a role to play, and the players, the goals can come from anywhere. They can come from the midfielders, the wingers, the centre forwards, set plays with centre backs and defenders. So we're excited about that. And so what you saw happen against Doncaster has been coming. It's just we have to keep believing and plugging away, and we knew it would come. And I hope now, since that midweek game and the ball's gone into the back of the net at last, we can just move on from that, and that will build on our confidence with the players. So yeah, we're excited to see what we can do on Sunday.
The last question I'll ask you, Lee, before I let you go, is about the potential pressure that you've got playing Solihull, because the last 3 times you've played them, you've beat them 3-1, 7-0, 4-1. Do you think, again, being the favourites, does that add pressure to the team, or do you think it's just something that they sort of want?
No, I don't think we see ourselves as favourites for sure. Solihull are a good side. And if you don't respect them and you don't come out and play your A game, they will turn you over, and they're sat towards the top of the league with just a few games in for good reason, really. So when you say those results, some of those might flatter us a little bit. So we'll just keep working on what we're doing, and we'll hope to bring our A game, because Solihull are a good side and they can beat any side in this league. So we've got to respect them, and they've got good history. So I know it looks like on paper, last 3 games we have beaten them, but every season it wipes the slate clean, because you don't know what team you're going to face. You don't know. Coaching staff change, they bring in new players leave. So it's never the same Solihull, if you know what I mean. So they already had a good base. They had a few more things into it. They can improve on that. So we're just going to focus on ourselves and hope we bring our A game, and then we know it'll be a competitive match, and that's what we hope for on Sunday.
Thanks for talking to us, Lee. Best of luck, and I'll see you Sunday.
Great. Thanks a lot, Ben. Thank you.
Today's game against Solihull Moors is here at Moorlands, so if you're interested in attending, entrance is £4 or just £1 for those that are under 16. Alternatively, if you can't make it down to Moorlands this afternoon, don't worry. If you head over to Lincoln City Women's Joymo account, you can watch the game live from the comfort of your own home.